Alright, g'day, hi and welcome. Okay, here's what I got going on. Poor man's isolation headphones. Okay, so the concept works. Basically what I do is I connect these headphones into the jack there for my metronome. And then I put these guys on. And these guys will reduce 25 decibels, which means I could get to protect my hearing, but also it does something else. It allows me to hear the click, because this thing at full volume is not loud enough to, it's not that I'm a super loud player, it's just drums are loud, right? So this will not be loud enough to hear the click. So this is okay for a guy with a practice pad, not okay for drums. So if you're wondering about whether you should buy one of these for 30 bucks, yeah, you can buy one, but you have to have something like isolation headphones. Now, real isolation headphones are basically these things, but with speakers built into them. And what they do is they basically keep the outside noise out so that you can hear better. So I'm going to try these in two different ways. First way I'm going to try them is obviously playing with the click, record that way. The second way I'm going to try it is play with the click to the guitar, record the guitar, and then play the drums to the guitar, which sometimes works out really well too. I'm going to have some interesting videos today, so yeah, it's a great way. These were $5-10, $15 tops. I bought them a while ago because I do yard work and stuff like that, and heavy, like chainsaws and whippersnippers and lawnmowers and stuff like that, and always protect your hearing. You know what I mean? I'm 50 years old, and I still have my hearing pretty good, knock wood. There we go. I want to keep my hearing for as long as I can. One thing like I'm very aware with, especially with the drums, is hearing damage and also repetitive motion damage, right? So there's a lot of things about the drums where you have to kind of stay on top of that, where you protect your hearing. I know most people wouldn't want to get on stage with something like this. Paul Gilbert wears isolation headphones on stage, for example. But that's why, he's more, conscientious about his hearing than he is about his appearance, right? So I can understand, yeah, the hair metal bands and stuff like that. They're they've got an image. They're not going to go on stage with actual isolation headphones on. But the drummer might, because it's a spaceship you're behind anyway, right? So this just actually adds, to me, it kind of adds to the cool. If you see a guy, it looks like he's really really busy, you know what I mean? It's not as rock and roll, but it's more professional looking if you have like real isolation headphones. These are not real isolation headphones. These are just basically, hearing protectors, industrial hearing protectors, 3M product. Again, you can pick them up at any hardware store. The only downside so far is that this set of headphones, yeah, it only works on one side. So I'll have to see if I have other headphones. So it has two plugs in here. It has a mono plug and a stereo plug. And my stereo plug didn't work. So, but I got a bunch of these, so I'm going to see if there's another set that works. It's the first time I tried them. I ended up getting a bag full of headphones from somebody, and it was just like, they might come in handy somewhere else. So the thing is that these fit inside here. I can't pull these. I forgot my tripod downstairs, so, but basically you got to be able to fit something in there. So, and it's not, for me, it's not about sound quality. Now I eventually will get really good isolation headphones, but this works for now. And the wire there, it's not going to leave too much of a line there. If there's a little bit of a gap there, it's not too big of a deal. Plus, if it's really loud, let's say it's like super loud, and I'm not playing with the click, but I'm playing on a stage or something, I also have these guys to throw in there too. So if I could, have these on plus these, yeah, my hearing will be protected. Again, I'm 50 years old, so I don't care about the appearance thing. People are going to be more razzle dazzled by your playing than what you look like anyway. So, if you do it right, you know what I mean. So, anyway, that's just my take on it. So, if you're on a budget, the Vic Firth ones I think start at about like 30, $40 or $60 just for like the same thing basically. And these are a 3M product, whatever. You can get whatever, whatever you're, but look at the decibel rating. These are rated for at least 25 to 30 decibel range, depending on what it is. Like, for example, the drums, it probably takes out like 25%, 25 decibels off the drums, but or 30 decibels off the drums, but it probably only takes 25 decibels off the cymbals because cymbals have a higher frequency, right? And that's what really deafens you is the cymbals. And usually the frequency that you go deaf at, you can't hear anymore. So if the hi-hats make you deaf or the cymbals make you deaf, you won't be able to hear those frequency ranges, which is most talking voices, right? So even though the piercing of it is not there, but like it's in the frequency range of some vocal stuff, so you won't be able to hear birds, you won't hear whatever, and that would be horrible if you couldn't hear all that stuff, right? So and then of course the low stuff, well, that all your low frequency stuff goes too, but hearing damage is hearing damage. It kind of encumbers all. So anyway, that's my take on it. The concept works, so that means I should be able to record more in time. And yeah, there we go.